What if the reason that you're not getting things done isn't that you lack discipline, it's that you're making productivity harder than it needs to be? Today, I'm going to give you 4 techniques that take minutes to learn and cost you absolutely nothing. Small habits, massive differences. Let's go. Welcome back to A Balanced Life. I'm Ian. Every episode, we dig into practical ways to get more done without losing your mind in the process. Today, we're going to do something a little bit different. Instead of going deep into one concept, we're going to rapid fire through 4 simple productivity hacks that have genuinely changed the way I work on a day-to-day basis. These aren't complex systems or fancy apps. They're small, actionable techniques. And the best part, you can start using any of them today. Let's jump in. A few years ago, I was convinced I was being incredibly productive. I had a beautiful task list. Everything was captured. Everything was organized. I'd sit down every morning. I'd look at the list and I'd feel great about myself. The problem, I had about 50 tasks on there, which took less than 2 minutes to do. And I'd spend more time deciding what to do than actually doing them. It turned out the system was running me, not the other way around. And that's when I started stripping things back. And what I found that simplest techniques were the ones that actually stuck. So today, here are 4 of the best ones. So first up, the 2-minute rule. Simple premise. If a task takes less than 2 minutes to complete, do it immediately. Don't add it to your list. Don't schedule it for later. Just do it now. Send that quick email, reply to that text, file that document. These tiny tasks seem harmless on their own, but when they pile up, they create such a mental clutter. Your brain keeps track of everything that's unfinished, and that takes energy that you could actually be using for deep work. I learned this the hard way. I used to capture everything in my task system, and I thought I was being thorough, but then I'd have 50 tasks that each took 90 seconds, and the overhead of managing them was worse than actually doing them and was taking twice as long. Now, when something comes up, I ask one question: can I do this in 2 minutes? If yes, it's done. If no, then it goes into my system with a proper priority. The result, it's a cleaner list. I have a clearer mind and I get some instant momentum throughout the day. Small wins build confidence, and confidence builds more wins in getting things done. So the action. Next time you feel stuck or overwhelmed, look for a 2-minute task and then just knock it out. Use that momentum to tackle the next thing. Tip number 2, the morning brain dump. This one's a game changer if you wake up with your mind already racing in the morning. Here's what you do. You grab a notebook, or you open a blank page, or you open a notes in your app, whatever works for you. And for 5 minutes, just write down everything that's on your mind. Tasks, worries, ideas, random thoughts, it all goes down. No filtering, no organizing, just dump it out. I write mine down in a little book like this every morning. It's a great little to-do list full of things, and I can rapidly move on once I've done it. Why does this work? Well, your brain is a terrible to-do list. When you're trying to hold everything in your head, you're using mental energy just to keep those thoughts alive. The best way to describe it, it's like running 20 background apps on your phone. Everything just slows down. Once it's out of your head and onto the page, you can actually think. And then, and this is the critical part, pick your top 3 priorities for the day. Not 10, not 7, 3. What are the things that, if you get them done, will make today feel like a win? I do this every morning now, and it's become non-negotiable. Even on days when I can feel completely on top of things, I still do it. It's like clearing the cache in your computer. You didn't know you needed to do it until you realize you can run so much faster after everything. So the action. Tomorrow morning, before you check your phone or email, spend 5 minutes just doing that brain dump. Circle the top 3 priorities and start there. Hack number 3. Single tasking. I know you've heard this one before, but hear me out, because I used to be terrible at this. Multitasking feels productive. You're answering emails while you're on a call. You're reviewing a document while you're eating lunch, half watching something while you work. You feel busy, and being busy feels like progress. But here's what's actually happening. Every time you switch tasks, your brain has to refocus. Researchers call it switching cost. You might think you're saving time, but you're actually making every task longer and making doing them worse for you as an individual. I figured this out during an intense week of managing multiple projects. I was jumping between planning, reports, and calls, and I wasn't getting anything done. I was perpetually half done with everything, realizing that trying to do everything at the same time meant I was failing to do anything. So I tried something. I picked one task, set a timer for 25 minutes, and I did only that. No email, no Teams, no quickly just checking anything. One thing, 25 minutes, and then take a 5-minute break. This is often called the Pomodoro technique, and there are loads of free apps if you want to do it. But honestly, any timer will work. Just get going, work for 25 minutes. You'll be surprised how much you get done. The difference was immediate. I finished things faster, the quality of my work improved, and this really surprised me. I felt so much less drained at the end of the day. Turns out focus is a resource that depletes throughout the day, so protecting it changes everything. So the action here: pick your next task, start a 25-minute timer, do that one thing and nothing else. Protect your focus like it's your superpower, because it is. And hack 4, and this one ties a few things together, is learning to work with your energy, not against it. We all have natural peaks and troughs throughout the days. Times when we're feeling sharp, creative and fast, and times when we'd struggle to even write an email. Most of us know this instinctively, but we don't actually plan around it. I know I'm a morning person. I know that if I get straight onto the focus work first thing, I can get more done in those first 2 hours than I can do for the rest of the day. So that's when I tackle the hard stuff, the thing that needs the real thinking. The admin, the emails, the easy wins, I put those in my afternoon when my energy starts to dip. I'm then not fighting against myself. I'm working with how I'm actually built. So think about your own day. When are you genuinely at best? That's your deep work window. Guard it. Don't fill it with meetings or easy tasks or things that you could do at any time. Use it for the things that you actually need your full brain for. And this pairs brilliantly with the brain dump. Once you know your top 3 things, you can slot the hardest one into your best energy window. That's when the whole system starts to click together. So action. Today, take notice when you feel sharpest. Tomorrow, deliberately put your most important task in that window. That's one small shift that will make a huge thing. If you remember only one thing from today, it's this: small habits done consistently beat big systems every time. You don't need the perfect app. You don't need the perfect routine. You don't need a perfect day, and you'll never have one. You need to pick one of these 4 techniques and do it tomorrow. That's it. One small win, then another the day after. So a quick favor for me before you go. Drop a comment below and tell me which of the techniques have you picked and what are you going to try first. I'll read the comments, and honestly, hearing what you learn is great for me because that takes me into what I want to learn and how I can develop more next. So 4 quick hacks: the 2-minute rule to clear the clutter, the morning brain dump to start with some clarity, single tasking to protect your focus, and working with your energy to make sure your best effort goes into your most important work. None of this is complicated. None of this costs you anything. You don't need to build or set up any systems, but together they build something that does. The confidence that you're actually going to control your day rather than just reacting to it. So go ahead, pick one, try it this week, build the habit, then come back and tell us how it went. I'll see you next time on A Balanced Life, but until then, one small win at a time. All the best.